A lot of people assume a website built with AI automatically looks generic, so I want to show you something that I built entirely with Claude code that I think proves the opposite. What you're seeing here is a fully animated hero section of a web design portfolio that I built entirely with Claude code without writing a single line of code myself. You can grab the grid and drag it in any direction and it scrolls infinitely. And when you click on one of the website designs, it smoothly enlarges, the rest fades away and it opens into a full project page. And from there you can move to the next or the previous project with a beautiful wipe animation. In today's video I'll walk you through exactly how I created it, and make sure to stick around till the end because I prepared a small free gift for you as a thank you for watching. So before I opened Claude Code, I sketched the concept in Figma, and in my last video I gave Claude a text prompt first and then an image to show what I meant precisely, and the result after that I uploaded the reference image was so much closer to the concept that I had in mind. So this time I prepared two rough sketches just to give Claude a clear visual idea alongside my text prompts. The first one is an image of a grid with placeholders, and this is just to show how I want the images to be placed. And the second one is a bit more detailed and shows what a project looks like when you open it. And the whole site is dark themed, and I designed a dark website on purpose as the images with the website designs are all very light and bright, so placing them on a near black background gives a very beautiful contrast and really makes each design stand out. Okay, so with the concept ready, I pasted in the first prompt and this one builds the entire grid. And there are a few things that I want to highlight from it. The first is the infinite scrolling. As you drag the grid, the images that move off one edge come back in on the other side. And this way the screen is always fully covered with designs. And I wanted a scroll animation where you can flick it and release and it keeps moving and slowly comes to a halt, as if it needs a moment to break. And this small detail is what makes it feel very interactive and playful. I also described the images with the website designs. They are originally all in a 9:16 ratio, but in the grid I only wanted to show the top part of each one. And each placeholder is cropped to a horizontal 4:3 ratio. I didn't want to include a 4:3 source image. I needed Claude to crop the image to a 3:4 ratio instead, because I wanted Claude to later create a smooth animation that goes from a cropped horizontal view to a taller vertical ratio. For the navigation I went with a small pail centered at the top with the name on the left and the burger menu on the right. And this type of navigation bar is also known as a capsule navigation, and it's probably the most minimalistic option for navigation design, but what I like about it is that it doesn't compete with the visuals behind it. Plus it's mobile proof by design. I prompted for a dark frosted glass look so it stays readable over the bright images without a heavy bar stretching across the whole screen. I was very happy with the result and Claude understood everything I prompted for, but the only thing that I adjusted was changing the images from a 4:3 ratio to a square one. The 4:3 ratio felt a bit too cluttered in my opinion. And I didn't like how some of the same images lived next to each other, so I also asked Claude to use a Latin square pattern to assign the images across the grid, and this is a technique to make sure that there are no duplicate images living next to each other. The second prompt describes what should happen when you click one of the designs. What I wanted to happen when the user clicks an image is to make it smoothly grow and move to the right side of the screen. And at the same time the grid should fade out until the background is completely black. And here's the part that I talked about earlier where the images go from the cropped image to a vertical 9:16 ratio. I wanted it to feel like the design is opening up and being revealed rather than just getting bigger. On the left, a card slides into place with the project details. And I asked for the text to fade in one section at a time after that the image has been settled, instead of everything appearing at once. The project title is set in Source Serif 4, and this was one of my favorite serif fonts, especially used as display font like I did here. And it has this calm editorial feel and it works really well against the dark background. The body text and the smaller labels are set in inter with thin hairline dividers between the sections to keep it visually structured. And the close button reverses the entire animation. The image shrinks back into exactly the tile it came from and the grid fades back in exactly where you left it. Then for the third prompt I described the navigation between the projects while a project is open. I wanted two small round buttons in the bottom corner of the card, and instead of a simple fade I wanted this transition to feel intentional and custom. So when you click the next or the previous buttons, the grey card on the left slides to the right and expands until it covers the full screen, hiding the current design. Then while it's covering everything, the new project gets swapped in behind it, and then the card retracts back to place, revealing the design underneath. This is called a wipe animation that conceals and then reveals what's underneath. And I asked for it to be deliberately slow with a different easing on the way out than on the way back, so it feels luxurious. The final prompt is the loading animation, and this is the first thing that you see when the site opens. And if you see my previous videos, you may know that I like to add loading animations to my websites, partly because it gives the page an extra moment to load everything before the visitor sees it, but mostly because, in my opinion, it makes the site feel more polished and more custom, and it takes very little effort to add with Claude code. Instead of the whole grid appearing at once, each image fades in one by one. And I also prompted it to make each image drop down a few pixels into place so it feels like the grid gently falls together. The animation is diagonally starting with the top left image and then flowing toward the bottom right. It's just so much fun to design and build these interactive site animations with Claude. And I think that there's this idea that a website made with AI automatically looks generic or like AI slop. But I don't think that's true. The tool doesn't make the work generic. What matters is that you know what you want, that you understand the techniques, and that you know how to prompt for them. And that's really the case with any tool a designer uses. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you'd like to see more designs that I built with AI, then please subscribe to my channel. And as a thank you for watching, I added all the prompts and the actual website files as a free download in the description, so you can use these animations in your own website designs. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.